Belinda and HarperAudio Australia present this unabridged recording of At the Foot of the Cherry Tree, written by Alli Parker and read by Takaya Honda and Kaori Maeda-Judge. This book is for Nobuko and Don, Cherry and Gordon, or, as I call you, Grandma and Grandpa. Prologue, August 1945. Death was in her hair. Screams echoed in her ears. Every blink brought a flash of fire and wrath, and death was in her hair. Dust and dirt clung to every strand. The once glossy black buried beneath a mask of darkened grey. Her eyebrows, her eyelashes, smudges against her vision, were sprinkled with fine powder she couldn't remove, painful grit and grime. Behind her was a trail of footprints and ash leading back to a living nightmare. Her feet were bare, long since numb, a limping rhythm with every step she took. The world was empty. The world knew nothing, and she had seen it all. The verdant sakura trees shivered as she passed beneath their boughs, a death angel on a dirt road. She lifted a shaking hand to brush her fingers through the leaves, to touch something real, to remind herself she existed. The leaves reached for her blackened hands, deep green stroking against dirt and ash and blood. The rough branches pressed into her skin, sensitive and tight, promising she was here in this moment. She was alive. Bile rose in her throat and she doubled over, face throbbing as black sludge spilled onto the road. She gasped for air, convulsing, trying to breathe, to purge. The shaking started then, a quivering that wouldn't ease, tears snaking around cheekbones and mud and filth. She steadied herself, wiping her eyes, smearing the muck that covered her entire body. Thunder rumbled in the distance, and, for the first time since she had begun her death march, she looked back. In the valley far below, hidden beneath a blanket of deep grey clouds against an otherwise perfect summer sky, was a city screaming as it died. Her breath caught in her throat as she watched her home burn, heard the shuddering echo of buildings surrendering to fall. There was only one place she could go, and only one way to get there. She turned away and took one slow, painful step. The cuts on the soles of her feet split open as she limped forward, fresh blood spotting the path, ash snowing from her hair. Hiroshima was gone. She was not. And so she walked.
Chapter 1. Gordon, Melbourne, July 1945. It was war. Gordon Parker was armed, prowling through the undergrowth scanning for his target. The wind rustled overhead, dancing across the back of his neck. Any moment now he would find what he was hunting and attack. A voice broke through his concentration. "Have you got them yet?" Gordon glared at his sister, gesturing for her to be quiet. June rolled her eyes and sat in the grass, opening a book, no longer interested in her brother. Somewhere above him, a kookaburra chortled, the gum trees sending leaves to the grass below. There was a giggle. Gordon stepped forward, feet soft. The sound came from the blackberry bushes. He couldn't see through the foliage, but his target had finally revealed itself. Gordon raised his weapon, readying for battle. A roar, and the bush split apart as Gordon's prey launched at him. There was no time to react. His weapon, a tree branch posing as a gun, skittering aside as he was tackled by 4 of his younger siblings. There were 9 Parkers in all, Ven and Harry, plus their 7 kids. June was the eldest, 13 months older than Gordon, something she took great delight in. After Gordon was Donald, a year and a half younger, currently tugging at Gordon's right arm, trying to pull him to the ground. Jeanette was the 4th, sharp and observant, watching the fight in front of her and waiting for her moment. Then came his...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?